Hi, this is Michelle with Pink and Maine, here joining in the Stamping Village Holiday Festival. We are talking about the Stamping Village and our new Holiday Seals stamp set. I'm so honored to be a part of the Stamping Village, which is a collaboration of 12 stamping companies who've come together to create a community. And we've created this Holiday Seals stamp set. And each company has its own little seal here that can be used for card making, decoration on your envelopes. The possibilities are endless. And if we look at the back of the packaging here, we see all the logos for the companies involved. One of the most important things about the stamp set is that we are giving back 100% of the net profits of this stamp set sold will benefit the Dreaming Zebra Foundation, and they're a foundation that believe in all children, regardless of financial circumstances, having some sort of art education. So Pink and Maine's seal is down here at the bottom. It says Warm Wishes and has this adorable little coffee mug. And we created our seal that kind of coordinates. You'll recognize it maybe from our Christmas mug stamp set. So you can use the seal along with our Christmas mug stamp set if you like. Here's just a quick card I created with our Christmas mug stamp set. And I used our new sparkle sheets, glitter paper, because Christmas cards can never have enough sparkle, right? And I've put my sentiment on the inside, Warm Wishes. So using the seal, I'm going to use the Pink and Maine seal to make a card and a coordinating envelope today. I've got all my parts and pieces cut out here. We have a white card base. I've cut out our sparkle sheets in the color is called the Park. It's a really beautiful green, and it sparkles and shines with different hints of different colors, so it really makes it really pretty. I've cut that out using our scallop rectangle die, and that's going to go on our card base. With our stitched rectangle set, we have a set 1 and a set 2, and they both coordinate and fit together so that you get smaller and smaller borders around when you use each set. But I'm using one here to cut to fit into that stitched rectangle, and I've cut 2 panels. And on this poke, I'm going to layer the plaid one onto the glitter paper. It's looking so pretty. And then this one, you can see I've just cut like 1.5 inches across the bottom. I wanted it to still have the stitching around the bottom, but I'm going to layer that just to add interest and put 2 pattern pieces of paper together on the card. We're going to layer that like that. So I want to put a nice border of something in between, like where these 2 patterns meet together on the card. So I've got a piece of coordinating ribbon that I'm going to put on here. And my little hint, when you want to put a ribbon around something, don't cut a big piece and like wrap it entirely around the back. It wastes a lot of ribbon covering the back that you're never going to see. So I cut a piece that just goes over the edge of the paper you want to cover. And I just take my tape runner and I just put a little bit on each edge. And then just simply wrap it around the back of the card, and it'll stick to the back. And that way, if you want to tie something to it, it's still loose on the front. Now we're going to adhere this panel to our sparkle sheet. Whenever you're adhering paper to a glitter stock or a glitter paper, you want to use a liquid adhesive because you want something, the glitter paper has a little bit of texture to it because of that glitter. So a tape runner is not going to stick quite as well as a liquid that will really grab on to that texture. Now that our card is starting to come together And I love the look of pattern papers for cards. I use pattern papers a lot. Sometimes I don't always feel like dragging out all the inks and stains and sprays and stuff to use different techniques for backgrounds. So I really love the quickness and simplicity of using pattern paper, and it still gives that wow look to the end product. So I've taken our seal and I've stamped and embossed it in a silver embossing powder. So just real simple. I just stamped it with Versamark, embossed it with a silver embossing powder. I cut it out with one of our stitch circle dies. And then I'm going to glue that on top of a scallop circle die of ours that coordinates with the circles. And it's in a red glitter, so it's just really gonna pop right off the card. Now that I have our seal on our little scallop circle, I'm just going to decide, do I want it to the side or the center? I think I'm gonna put it off to the side. So we'll glue that down. Now we have our seal down on our card. I'm going to take another piece of this ribbon and I'm just going to put it up under here, and I'm gonna tie a simple knot. And one tip I use for when I tie a knot like this, I'll put a tiny bit of adhesive on top of the ribbon there, and it's gonna hold my knot in place. So you don't have to do like a double knot to make it stay. Just wrap that under. Just make a simple knot. It just adds a little something to the card, and then I'll trim up the edges of the ribbon. So here's our finished card using our holiday seal. So you can use it to make cards and other projects, gift bags. Now let's make a coordinating envelope for our card. So I have one of our ice rink envelopes here, white envelopes, just with the flap, and I'm gonna decorate this outer flap. So I'm gonna just cover it with some adhesive. Now that I have the flap covered with adhesive, I'm gonna take a scrap paper from making my card that coordinates with the card, and I have just enough to cover the flap of the envelope. So I'm gonna place that right where I want it on the envelope, and I'm just gonna turn it over, and I'm gonna trim around. So now I have a really pretty patterned flap on my envelope that coordinates with our card perfectly. I also created another silver embossed seal that I, again, cut with a stitch circle die and our scallop circle die with some of our sparkle sheets. And when I'm ready to seal up this envelope and mail the card, I'm just gonna glue it down, just like so right there. So you have a card and coordinating envelope using our holiday seals stamp set. So I hope you've enjoyed this video taking a look at how you can create a card in a coordinating envelope with the Stamping Village Holiday Seals stamp set. You can get this stamp set from Pink and Main or any of your other favorite retailers or any of these companies that are on the stamp set. You want to make sure you go along this festival, meaning go to each company's blog as well as their YouTube. You want to leave a comment on all the YouTube videos using the Holiday Seal stamp set, because each company is giving away a $50 store credit to their site. So definitely follow along, check out everyone's inspiration on how they use this stamp set. So thanks for joining us today, and until next time, keep living the creative life.